Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing something super fun and very different for this channel, and that is shooting with a strobe at the beach. I'm going to be walking you through everything, how I set everything up, how I take the photos, and what my thoughts are on the process as well. Before we get into this video, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and click the little bell button to not miss any of my future uploads, and let's get right into the video. Psst, you all know what's coming. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in platform that will help you make your dream website, portfolio, or an online shop become a reality. Squarespace has hundreds of beautiful templates, so you will definitely find something that suits you and your personal style. You can build a professional portfolio website in a matter of hours, and you will be able to customize it every step of the way, so it's so you that nobody can deny it's not. As we all know, social media presence is power, and with Squarespace, you'll be able to auto-post all your content to Twitter, Facebook, or Tumblr with proper tags and descriptions. Finally, Squarespace helps you with the marketing. They help you with SEO, as well as some plugins for Instagram stories and so on, as well as share buttons, so your followers can give you some juicy shoutouts on their social media. If that sounds like something you'd like to try, make sure to go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And once you're ready to go, use my code squarespace.com/Anita to receive 10% off your first purchase.
Yeah, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yeah, that's really lovely.
For those of you who have been following me for a while, you know I am not a big strobe user outdoors. I usually just use natural light, not even a reflector. So it was definitely something that was going to challenge me a lot. But I thought because of that, because I educate you guys about how to explore photography and how to get better at it, I think the only way forward for me is to learn how to use the strobe outdoors and see if I like it or not myself. So I can bring it to you and you can decide if that's something that you would like to try or not. Obviously, using a strobe outdoors was going to be a big challenge. I am very familiar with using a strobe inside in a studio situation, window and beauty, but obviously when you're outdoors, there's so many different elements to consider. You have your model that is moving around, so you have to have the strobe moving with her. You have the harsh direct sunlight coming from above, and you also want to make sure that you don't overpower your backdrop and just kind of, flash at the model and just make it look very artificial, because that's what I find with a lot of shoots that people do outside. It's just very fake and it just looks very weirdly exposed, and I really hate it. So this was just a few things that I was keeping in mind while setting up for the shoot. Repeating my mind, rolling around, stuck in your bed, burning temptation, I just cannot hide it. For this particular shoot, I used the Godox AD600 Pro, and I had quite a big softbox on it. It wasn't really planned. I wanted something a bit smaller, more kind of beauty dish-like, but that's the only thing that the rental place had, so I just went with it. I did end up getting an assistant to just hold the light because I knew it would fly around in the wind. It was quite a heavy setup, and I think that was one of the things that I noticed straight away. There was quite a disadvantage that it just took so much for the light to stay in place and for someone to hold it and move it around. It was just definitely way more hassle than my usual swimmer shoots would be. The weather that day was not ideal either. I was hoping for some really clear blue skies, but there was quite a lot of clouds and there was rain coming. It actually started raining so hard in the middle of the shoot, so we had to go and hide. There was also quite a lot of wind because of that, so my poor assistant was really struggling with keeping the strobe in one position, and the softbox, because it was so big, was just flying around everywhere, and it was just such a messy situation, and it just made it so much more stressful. But I just took it easy and I just tried to remain calm and just take it step by step and just take it as it goes. Now your touch kinda overwhelms me, but I'm wondering for messing up.
So you can actually do high-speed sync. So we have switched it on, and now I'm gonna change to like maybe thousandth of a second, f4. Beautiful. Love that. Yes. The great thing about this flash is that it actually stays, it flashes really fast. You don't have the recycling time that is really long. So I can just keep shooting as I'm shooting, and it just goes with me, which is great. I did miss one of them, but he pretty much fires every single one, which is really impressive. Beautiful. Yeah, that fills up the light really nicely. It fills up the shadows. It's not as dark, so I'm still getting a lot of natural light. Yeah, what you just did there, like slightly up like that towards the sun, that was beautiful. Yes, perfect. And maybe this hand, maybe on your hip here. Yeah, beautiful.
Hence why I decided that for this shoot I want to use my flash more as a fill-in rather than a full-on blast, because I wanted to make sure that I just smooth out some of the dark shadows and just make sure that the model looks well exposed and so on, but she's not overwhelmed with the flash.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, can you hold your hair in like a ponytail almost? I think it would look really nice, so. Yeah, gorgeous.
At first, I didn't know that I could use the high-speed sync, so I ended up using higher f-stops like f9 and f10. But later on, my videographer Jeremy showed me how to use the high-speed sync, and I found out that it was actually possible, which I was delighted about. I obviously didn't know at the beginning because I've never really used high-speed sync, so I was unsure about how to set it up. But I guess it's just something that you find out in the process.
That looks really, oh, look at this, look at the hair flick, that looks so nice. When you have direct sunlight and you have beautiful sky behind you, and then you use this flash just to complement that setting, it looks so much nicer, and it just gives it this extra pop that you wouldn't get if you're just shooting with natural light, but it doesn't overpower it and make it look very artificial, which I personally really dislike.
Going into this, because I've never used a flash at the beach before, I knew it was going to be quite interesting because I don't really know what kind of outcome should I be expecting. I kind of had an idea of the look that I wanted and what I didn't want from my photos. I did want to imitate and complement the natural light as much as possible. I hate when photographers use the flash too strong and it kind of overpowers the shot. It makes the model look really bright and without any shadows, and the background look very dark. I just don't think it's a natural vibe that I really like. I know it works for some people, but for me personally, it's just not a style that I want to follow.
Oh, okay, that looks actually really nice. I really like that. It's a good like setup because we have kind of a bit more like a, yeah, and it's just really nice. And
I have to say I am pretty impressed with Godox. I remember back in the day when I was looking at it on Amazon, I think it was just a very cheap brand and that was the main thing that was going for them, but I don't think their actual equipment was that special. But now, after using the AD600 Pro, I have to say I'm very impressed. I have to say that the recycling time was super fast. The strobe itself was so easy to use, even for someone who's never used it before like me. The battery lasted pretty much the entire shoot, which was really good because I shot quite a lot. And finally, it also has the high-speed sync option, which is great as well.
and I'll show you how it will look without it. Sorry, just stay as you are. Oh my god! Shit. So now we're getting similar vibes actually. Yes, that's actually nice, even if you're a bit more to the side here. Yeah, perfect. Lovely.
I am really happy that I was able to use a higher shutter speed with the flash, so using a high-speed sync, because I think it definitely helped my work to look somehow like my work. As you guys know, I don't really use very shallow depth of field. I usually go around 5.6, but I find because I was using flash, there was so much in focus and everything was lit so much. I just found my photos almost very aggressive in a way, which I wasn't a super big fan of. So I feel like using the slightly bit more shallow depth of field made it look somehow a bit more realistic and not as fake, which I did enjoy. It's definitely something that I would be willing to explore a bit more, see how it works. I am definitely interested to shoot more in the direct sunlight and with using a strobe or a big reflector. I think it would be pretty nice. It was definitely a big learning curve though, and just exploring those things and finding out about them was definitely fun.
Yeah, can you do this again? Like this little like... And can you have your hand out a tiny bit more? Yeah, just a tiny bit, yeah. While you're going on about your simple life. Maybe bring it a bit closer? Yeah, perfect, Oh shit, it's in the... That's really nice. Straight arm? Yes. And now what you were doing, and now yes, perfect. That's the vibe. Gorgeous. Okay guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for letting me use you as my test subject. Make sure to check her down below. I'm going to link everybody down below as always. And if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.